Good morning. Great morning. Wonderful morning. Spectacular morning. Outstanding morning. Oh, yes, that wonderful, beautiful reminder that you get to choose. You get to choose your thoughts. Remember, that is your greatest power. Get to focus. As you're going to focus, I'm going to look and choose. Focus. That's what you can do. Remember, that's your choosing that you get to make. You get to decide what you're going to give attention to. You get to decide what you're going to give life to. Remember, it's the choices that you make inside, especially when they're in harmony with good, that externalize. Now, with that being said, it does happen with negativity as well. But with that, my reminder for you is that all negativity is subconscious. It's something that you're really not intentionally doing. But again, really think about that. You can use that power to give meaning to everything in a good way. You can shift your perspective. And with that shift in perspective comes a shift in feeling, which then changes what's attracted to you. Isn't that interesting? You always have a choice and you get to choose how you're going to get onto a frequency. I mean, that right there alone should give you all kinds of goosebumps, goosies for sure. That's what you have in. Now, with that being said, I'll remind you that you should have yourself a nice goal card written down. You should have an idea, something that you can become emotionally involved with, something that you could use with what we're being shared, with what we're sharing here, so that you can externalize it. This reminds me of Bob, where he would always say, if you write it on a card, it must happen. And yes, it's true if you're one with the idea. See, this is why these calls are so important because they help you to sink into who you were truly meant to be. Now, with that, you should have this book because this is what we've been studying. And if you don't have a copy of this, then just click on the link that we provide you where you can be led to Amazon where you can purchase this and also get this beautiful companion, which is the subconscious code, which helps you to organize your thoughts. It gives you a picture of your mind that you can use. You know what's really cool is we have this being translated, and we just received our translation for it to be in Hebrew. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to be pushing that out pretty soon in other languages too. Now, let's dive into what we've been studying. Oh, by the way, I also want to remind you that the 22nd is coming up, and many of you are already registered for Shattering the Illusion, where we're going to shatter the illusion that self-sabotage is the real thing. It's not. It's BS. You've been fed a lie. You're not in your own way. You're not your own worst enemy. So make sure that you are registered for that if you haven't registered, and also invite a friend. You should have received an email where you can click on a link, and when you push that button, it'll automatically populate your email to send wherever it is you want to send that message, and then put their information in and push send and invite them. All right, so let's dive into this, shall we? Let's go to where we are in this book. All right. So here we are on page 137. Now, I'm going to remind you that everything starts in the mind. And within it, with how it starts, it always starts in the form of an image. By him were all things made, and without him was not anything made that was made. That's a beautiful truth bomb that came from the Good News Book, which is the Bible. with that being said, that reference to him with the capital H is, yes, it's a reference to, it's called God, but really it's a reference to the God that's in you. So if you switch the name him to imagination, which will give you a deeper meaning, it's not to replace it, it's actually to strengthen the power that's been given you, you'll see it much differently. By imagination were all things made. And without imagination, there's not anything made that was made. Look in the room you're in right now. All the physical things that are there, those are part of all things. By imagination were all those things made, and without imagination was not any of those things made. See, it all started in the mind of someone. Someone imagined it. See, somebody from there was loyal to that unseen reality, which then led to the how of what needed to happen in order to make that, whatever that is that you're looking at in your room. And what's beautiful about that, this has to do with everything. It even has to do with the results in your life. How much you're earning, what you're doing for work. See, all of that was made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. All of that was made by imagination, by a picture. And here, Charles Haanel is pointing out the importance of making the mental image. Make the mental image, make it clear, distinct, perfect. Hold it firmly. See, again, the beautiful combination of another higher mental faculty of yours, which is the will. You have 6 of them: imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, intuition. Come up with the image, make it big, bold, beautiful, make it clear. Write in your notes again, write it around this chapter or this section. Clarity gives me power. You can also write clarity is power. Make the mental image, make it clear, distinct, perfect. Hold it firmly. The ways and means will develop. Hold this firmly. Become one with this idea. Embed it within your heart. Fall in love with the idea. And from there, the ways, the means, all the plots, plans, dramas, situations, they'll develop. If you lock into this idea, as what Neville Goddard shares, if you are observant, provided you have entered into the state of you which does this, you'll begin to see outer reality taking shape upon the model of this image, provided this is the image that you have held. Underline, supply will follow the demand. Supply will follow